All that hard work and it didn't even last a day. In order to get your cancellation fix, you spend months of continuously harassing this woman, spilling all sorts of vile and ludicrous allegations and insults at her, and for what? Just because she had the nerve to tell you no? And what did you get out of it? Less than 24 hours, because that's exactly how much time it took for the woman to get back on her feet and hit back. Gina Carano hits back, announces new movie project with Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire. They can't cancel us if we don't let them.
Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh? Huh? Huh?
And if you listen closely, you can hear the sound of 1,000 pearls being clutched. Shapiro, you wonderful little shrimp of a man, you. Well done! And here's the announcement from Gina herself. The Daily Wire is helping make one of my dreams to develop and produce my own film come true. I cried out and my prayer was answered. I'm sending out a direct message of hope to everyone living in fear of cancellation by the totalitarian mob. I have only just begun using my voice, which is now freer than ever before. And I hope it inspires others to do the same. They can't cancel us if we don't let them. Gina. And on her Twitter page she wrote, "This is just the beginning, welcome to the rebellion," a message that's being received with a lot of positivity. Much to the dismay of the Twitter mob that set out to ruin her life and mere hours ago was gloating at her losing her job. People like Freddie Prinze Jr., who yesterday posted this gif. Pretty sassy coming from someone whose career peaked in 1999 with Wing Commander and who hasn't done anything recognizable since the live-action Scooby-Doo movies and the voice acting role in Rebels. In fact, the last actual movie that Freddie Prinze Jr. was in was an unrecognizable voice cameo in a bad fan fiction.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
And I'm pretty sure this has nothing to do with follower envy. For the record, Gina's is bigger than his. But I digress. They wanted her gone, they Darth Vadered her ass, and now she's more powerful than they could ever imagine. But this is what happens when you actually run into a strong, independent woman. You know, the kind that they pretend to like, as long as they have, say it with me, the right opinion. And if Disney had just fired her with some semblance of class, or the usual corporate BS like things didn't work out, or Gina's embarking on a new project outside of Disney, it still would have sucked, but it would have been somewhat acceptable. But no, they had to gloat, they had to rub it in. And I'm pretty sure that the statements about how her comments were abhorrent and unacceptable hit too close to home and was the final straw for a lot of people. People who are sick and tired of double standards, nepotism, cancel culture, and the unrestrained use of buzzwords to halt any legitimate criticism under the guise of it being some sort of ism or phobia. People who've been called all sorts of vile things in the past several years simply because they have questions. And hey, guess what? People are sick and tired of being told what they should approve or disapprove of. Combine that with Disney's disrespectful behavior towards the fan bases, and you have your recipe for disaster right there. And on a side note, for some reason, a producer at Disney that says children should be thrown into a wood chipper head first is still employed. And in all of this, they neglected one very important thing. They're not entitled to our money. Disney execs reportedly shocked by Disney Plus cancellations. How tragic, and here I am without my handkerchief. And in the meantime, Ben Shapiro's doing what? They can't cancel us if we don't let them. Hashtag Gina Carano is uncancelled. Membership now 25% off with promo code GINA.
Damn!
Oof. Love him or hate him, you can't deny that the man knows what he's doing. Well played, sir. Well played. And while Disney is bleeding subs, Shapiro is probably gonna make a ton of money from this. And the funny part in this? Well, if you didn't know, Ben Shapiro happens to be Jewish, so that's kind of awkward for everybody who was claiming that Gina Carano is anti-Semitic. And as far as the hashtag cancel Disney Plus is concerned, I'm sure all those lost subscriptions were worth it. Because they got you a lot of likes on Twitter. And you can pay so many things with oh no, wait, that's not how that works. You actually need money. And if the recent performance of Star Wars in the comic book industry and things like that are anything to go by, the woke crowd on Twitter doesn't spend money. Wouldn't it be just amazing to have a dedicated, core, loyal fan base for Star Wars right now? Actually, come to think of it, didn't you used to have one of those? What happened? Oh, that's right, you did everything in your power to alienate that fan base. If I didn't know any better, I'd say that's ironic. And you barely managed to get some goodwill back, and you threw it all away in no time at all. And if you really think about it, that's kind of impressive. I never thought Disney would damage Star Wars this badly in such a short period of time. And yet, here we are. And I have just one question at this point. Was it worth it? So yeah, good on Gina, and unlike Disney Star Wars, I'm actually interested what she comes up with. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I'll see you around. Oh, by the way, before I go, my wallet says thank you for all the money I'm not spending on Star Wars now.